Yo, yo, welcome to the very first Any Given Podcast with your man Jpack. I am Jpack, Commissioner of Any Given Sunday, AGS, Elite League. Here we go, man. Got a couple things on tap for you guys today. Just want to touch bases on a few things. Um, Nothing major, just want to talk about a few things going on around the league. Talk about this, talk about that. Nonetheless, here we go.
Now who can stop me? I'm in the zone. Competition's none in the league. All about the W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne. I'm in the zone.
First things first, we got around the league. Any given Sunday, season 9. Just want to touch on a couple things here. We got Texans and Chargers playing really good football right now, top the AFC in Week 11. Texans looking to make a deep run again, just like he did last year. I have a little bit more later on our man Trent. Tryhard's playing good too. Took a couple losses early, but I think he's only sitting at 2 losses for the season. We are in Week 11, so it's getting close to that playoff push time, man. Everybody's got to start making their moves. Really, really impressed with Coach Jim Jones and his Detroit Lions as they sit 9-1, leading the NFC right now. Looking tough to beat. I don't know if he's not going to make a run and go all the way to the championship game. So we will see. But there's a couple tough teams ahead of him. He just came off a big win against division rival Minnesota and Javel's Vikings. So we'll see what Jim could do, man, in the upcoming weeks. Just a quick friendly reminder, we got a $25 prize to this season's Super Bowl winner. We got a copy of Madden 21 to come. So got a big announcement coming up probably for our last season, which probably won't be this one, obviously, or the next one, but we'll probably get one more in after that. But we will make a couple announcements towards that time frame, So got the upcoming schedule coming up. We do advance tomorrow to Week 12, Season 9. Just going to touch a little bit up on the schedule, man. We got a couple games. We'll go game by game and maybe skip a few here and there, but maybe not. First up, we got Green Bay and Minnesota. Baj's Packers are always tough. That team is stacked, man. Its defense is stacked. Lights everywhere. Superstars, X factors. It's tough to play that team, man. I think he's sitting at 5-4. I'll take a look at that a little bit later. He goes up against Javel and his Minnesota Vikings. Javel seems like a playoff team or contender every season. So we got Tampa Bay Bucks, undisputed, facing off against Carolina and Simplistic Mike. Mike's 2-8 or something this year, so that might not be a great matchup. Although undisputed did just lose to Robinson and his Atlanta Falcons, so we'll see how that pans out, man. You never know what can happen. We got Deadly Dump and the New England Patriots facing off against Jay and his New York Jets. That should be an interesting one. Patriots typically take that one. They've been playing for a while, obviously being division rivals and whatnot. So we'll see how that pans out. We got Fitzguy playing New Orleans, playing against the Robinson and his Falcons, another division game. Should be a good one there. We got Jacksonville, who's struggling a little bit. He did take over a team, man. Solo took over a really, really bad team that our man Slop left us behind with. So don't blame him, but I think he'll be back better, stronger in Madden 21, no doubt. He's facing off against AO, another division game. AO is always tough. He is at 5-4, so he's on the cusp of that playoff race. Got Mo Juice and Buffalo. Mo is obviously an OG in the league, man. He's going up against my caddy, who's fairly new to AGS. It should be a good matchup. I think Mo's got the advantage there, but you never know what could happen in that one. We got Big Lou and Indy facing off against Houston and Trent's Texans, another division game. That's going to be a good one right there, man. So as both teams typically win every year. Miami and Washington. We're trying to get that scheduled for our game of the week. Live commentary by our man Wesley Snipes. So you can get that locked in, man. I'll get a graphic put up, man. Make sure y'all tune in, show the league some love for sure. Got Denver, Avatar Chubbs. He says he's waiting for M21. Says his team is dookie. It is what it is. He's facing off against Tryhard and his Chargers. It's a toss-up there, but Tryhard probably pull that one out. Pittsburgh Steelers facing off against your one and only, yours truly, Jpack. I'm garbage, man, so I'll likely lose. I'm 3-7 this year, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll play a good game, maybe I won't. We got our man Wang playing Cincinnati. Lurk. Lurk's always a tough opponent to play against, man. Play another playoff team. Oakland, it is what it is. We ain't gonna speak on that too much. We got Wheezy facing off against Baltimore. Baltimore's came in, man, won a few games. He made some offseason moves. Looking kind of tough. Defense is gotten a lot better because we know that Sway left him with a trash defense. So we'll see how it goes. Cleveland, T. Hoyt against Kansas City. That might be a good game. T. Hoyt is one of the better players I've seen in this Madden cycle. The man has won a couple of Super Bowls in other leagues, so he's going to be tough, man. Probably make a good playoff run if he sticks with it. Keeps his head in AGS or whatever. So we'll see. GMO in Chicago facing off against the surging Lions at 9-1. GMO's having a tough little season, man. He's not winning too many games, but you know maybe he'll get back up next year. We'll see. We got Gons, who's playing good football right now. His Philadelphia Eagles go play Money and his Dallas Cowboys. Could be a good game there. Money was, his head was in it at first, kind of faded off. Life got in the way a little bit, but it's all good there. So should be a good matchup. And then we got OG facing off against the Arizona Cardinals. That's a toss up to both struggling teams. So you know how that's gonna go. So. Next up, man, I did a little segment. Pretty interested in this. I'm probably going to do this every week for the podcast or whenever I do a podcast. It's AGS Insider. Had a little interview with Trent. Asked the man a couple questions. So we'll get to those questions and his answers real quick and let you guys know. First question I asked the man was, what do you think your odds of making the Super Bowl are this year, given you built a powerhouse squad and seem poised to make a run? Of course, on screen, man, his answer is, I'm confident I can get back to the Super Bowl because, like you mentioned, my team is so stacked, especially with my defense. I know it won't be easy because there are multiple guys capable of making a run in the playoffs in the AFC, but I like my odds for sure. Sounds like my man Trent's confident. So I don't know who's going to stop him. Next question I did ask, though, pertaining to that, who are the teams that you think stand in the way the most? He answered, I think there are a couple guys that are going to be tough to beat. Lurk and Hines already beat me this season. Ronald's always tough and nearly knocked me out of the AFC Championship game last year. Even though I haven't played him in AGS, I know T. Hoyt has won Super Bowls already this year in other leagues, and his Browns team is stacked as well. Last question, man. I was trying to get a little info out of him, but, he didn't want to play fair. I said, who's the worst user in AGS in your opinion? He said, I have to shout out to Money because he was last year, but he's definitely gotten better. I'd have to say the worst user is no longer in AGS and can't be named. So, what a whack-ass answer. Trent, you can do better than that, bro. Take a look at the playoff picture here, man. We got the AFC side. Houston Texans looks like they're leading there. We got Houston at 7-2. Let's see, get a little bit clearer picture for you guys. Yeah, Houston 7-2. Los Angeles Chargers, they're sitting at 7-2 as well. Patriots leading his division at 6-3. Baltimore leading his division at 6-3. T. Hoyt's right behind him at 6-3, and then Miami pulling in the last wild card spot right now at 5-4. Got a couple teams on the bubble down there, man. Lurk sitting at 5-4, Chiefs at 5-4, Titans at 5-4, and the Colts would have to make a good run to even come close. So, NFC side, we got Gons and his Eagles at 8-2. Again, Jim Jones, like I said before, 9-1. Tampa Bay Bucks 7-2-1. LA Rams 7-3. Washington Redskins 8-2, playing real good football, man. Smitty's out there balling right now, and then JaVale and his Vikings at 6-3-1. Bubble teams. Baj and his Packers 5-4, Mo Juice 5-4, Saints 6-4, and the Atlanta Falcons, Coach Robinson 5-5. And so those are the playoff race kind of shaping up. Like I said, we're going into week 12 tomorrow, man. Y'all gotta start making your runs if you want to make these playoffs. I'm gonna end this thing, man. Not gonna keep it too long for you guys. Just kind of a trial run. We got a couple food picks. Y'all got to do better, man. Somebody not even in the league posted a food pick, and y'all ain't posted shit. First, we got Wheezy. Of course, he's always eating, man. He got a collaboration of some shit right here. I don't know what it is. Broccoli, shrimp, rice, some damn onions or something, man. I don't know. It looks nasty as hell. I don't eat seafood, so you won't catch me eating that. But whatever. To each his own. Cola's coming through. It looks like the Chinese food, man. Got a mixture of some shit, too. A little bit better presentation than Wheezy's, but still got shrimp in it, so nah, I can't do it, man. But hey, some of y'all might like that stuff. And we're gonna end this podcast on some watermelon and Wheezy's bad hands in the background looking like a 60-year-old man. But that's it, man. That's it. This is Any Given Podcast. Jpack. I'm out, man. Holla at y'all.